This one goes out to all the lopsided hearts, leaves blowing in the wind, tornadoes, cloud snakes, potentially R-rated, abstract, latte art attempts. Hey there, I'm Sam, an educator at Clive Coffee, here to show you the top latte art mistakes baristas make so you can stop pouring lattes that disappoint. If you haven't watched the video on milk steaming, that's your first mistake. You need perfectly steamed milk to have any success in pouring latte art. Second to the texture and quality of your milk are the tools you use. I always feel bad for people trying to make latte art when using a giant mug or a pitcher that's too small for their cup. It's just not going to happen. If you really want to get good results, you need proper latte or cappuccino cups, something shallow with a wide rim. For a pitcher, you want something symmetrical with a good spout, nothing too wide. Lastly, make sure you're using the appropriate sized pitcher for your cup or vice versa. When you're done pouring, you should only have a little bit of milk left in your pitcher. If you have too much milk, you won't be able to get a design because as you pour, the foam stays back and the milk comes out first. It's important to have primarily foam left when you start your design. If you don't have enough milk, you'll see a bunch of thicker lines or blobs on your design towards the end. When someone calls me with latte art problems, which happens more than you'd think, asking about cups and pitchers is my very first question. There is a time you should pour low and there is a time you should pour high. Doing only one of these or doing them at the improper time is where baristas go wrong. You should pour high with the spout of the milk pitcher just a few inches above the surface of the milk during your initial incorporation and then towards the end when you're doing the strike-through. When you're making your design, the spout of the pitcher needs to be almost touching the espresso. If you stay high the entire time, you'll never get a design. If you stay low the whole time, you'll wash out the espresso and get foam on top when you don't want it. The pitcher needs to be high for the incorporation, low when pouring your design, and then high for the strike-through. Being in any middle ground can make you sink your foam or cause unwanted foam on top. Don't worry, I have them too, but not when it comes to pouring latte art. When it's time to pour, if you undercommit, you'll end up pouring too slowly, splashing milk everywhere, making a lot of bubbles on top of your espresso. Pour even slower, the milk may not even make it in the cup, running down the side of the pitcher. If you overcommit and pour too quickly, you'll wash everything out and be completely out of control of your design. A little tip for you. Practice your pour speed with water, and then try pouring a few lattes with the cup on the counter. That way you don't spill hot milk all over yourself. Once you get the pacing down, just quick enough to smoothly dive under the surface of the milk without causing bubbles or foam to appear on top, hold your cup in your hand at an angle when you begin to pour. This will let you access the surface of the espresso more easily, let you start your design sooner so it takes up more space in the cup. Just remember to tilt it back up as it fills. It's a lot of multitasking, but practice with water or over a sink. Don't psych yourself out. You got this. The wiggle isn't a necessity. If you're getting hung up on the wiggle, I recommend you stop it altogether. You can pour latte art without it, but it does add definition and dimension as well as help it take up more surface area for a more complete design. I see too many people violently wiggle their pitcher with a stiff wrist, shaking the milk everywhere, sinking their design. The wiggle should be easy and smooth. Pretend there's a marble in your pitcher. You want it to glide back and forth smoothly. The easiest way to do this is by holding your pitcher by the handle, resting it on the tips of your fingers. Lightly flex your fingers, encouraging this motion. If you're comfortable with the way you hold your pitcher, and you're able to wiggle the pitcher smoothly while holding it differently than I do, that's totally fine. For those really struggling, try it this way, see if it helps. You could do everything perfectly and then ruin it all in this very last simple step. The things I see go wrong with the strike-through: staying low and rushing it. Once you get your design, you need to slowly lift your pitcher back up, slowing your stream of milk, making it sink underneath the surface of the milk, and then slice your design in half. giving it symmetry by working your way to the other side of the cup. If you stay too low, you'll drag your entire design forward, making it a wonky, elongated heart or rosetta. You need the strike-through to happen when the cup is practically full, completely upright, and you need to work your way slowly to the opposite side of the cup. Sometimes I'll even go over the edge of the cup a little just to make sure it's complete. Another common issue is raising up for the strike-through somewhere random in the cup. You need it to be at the very end of your design. Wherever you lift up, you'll start sinking your design there. If you move around and raise up anywhere else, you won't be able to create a symmetrical design. The last mistake with the strike-through is more of a blast off. Keep it chill, steady, and level as you smoothly work your way from one side of the cup to the other. This one is for you time savers and multitaskers. Your latte art is suffering because of this. If you steam 1 pitcher of milk for 2 drinks, your chances of latte art are small. The first cup will barely have a design, most likely nothing. The second one might have too much foam. They'll look and taste different. If you must steam 1 pitcher of milk, you can kind of make the design happen if you then pour half of the contents quickly into another pitcher and then groom it a bit. But if you have 2 pitchers, just steam 2 pitchers. Remember, this is about making great latte art, not saving time. I want to hear your feedback. Tell me if this helped. Leave comments, questions, ridicules, but mostly praises below. Send us pictures of your latte art to hello@clivecoffee.com because sometimes we need a laugh or inspiration. Good luck out there. As always, thanks for watching.